Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland, and today I have come on to film card number 55 in my 100 quick and easy cards series. Sorry, my words ran from me. So today I'm filming on a Sunday, and Sunday's kind of a relax and recharge day for me. So I've decided to treat myself to using my beloved Night of Navy. And it's my favourite colour. I just love it. So I'm going to use Peaceful Dear stamp set to make a wee scene. Just because I'm using ink blending brushes and lots of stamping and a few layers doesn't mean it's not quick and easy. I have kind of got a composition in mind and it's just a bit of fun. But they only need one colour of ink. You could do this in another colour if that suits you. I need to go through all my ink pads with a warm soapy cloth and wipe all this extra ink I've got everywhere. But I will. So anyway, I'm opening my ink pad. Now the first thing, what I've done is I've cut a piece of designer series paper here that's from the Boughs of Holly. And it's trees. Because I'm kind of doing a foresty type scene, I thought this would be good. But to pull it into my Night of Navy, oh, do you know what? I'll do it in a minute. I never cut a layer for inside, but so I've got this designer series paper, and what I'm going to do is just use my blending brush, pick up some Night of Navy. I've got an old piece of paper here that I'm working on, and then I'm just going to brush so that it will make, instead of the background being that stark white, it'll be a blue. I'm using circular motions, coming in from the side. The middle part's not so important because I am going to be, as you see, I'm going to have a wee scene there, so it's just the surrounding edges. And this just brings in the blue into this background. And to be honest, when you look through a forest, on a sunny day you would see blue sky through, but you certainly wouldn't see bright white. So it kind of tones down the trees a little bit, but it still gives you that feeling that you're in a fairly dense forest here. So there you go. So there, that makes that, and you'll see that ties in more with the fact that I've got a Night of Navy base card. But I'm just going to stick that down, and then that just gets that out of the way, and we can leave that to dry. Just pop some glue around the edge. I do a line of glue, you could do dots, it's up to you. Now any of these products that you see me using in my tutorials you can purchase them from me on my online shop. They're all Stampin' Up! Products, and my online shop is JazzleDazzle.stampinup.net. Now once I've got that where I want it, I just want to give it a bit of a rub. The other thing is I need, that scrap's big enough, I can just trim this down. Because I'm using such a dark card base, I definitely need to have a layer inside to write on. So I'm just quickly, while it's on, I might just, before I get too much ink, I've got ink on my fingers, but before I get too much, let's put this in. That will pop on in there. Right, I might decorate that, I might not, but to be honest, if I do, it will be something that I can just stamp straight on. we'll just stick it in. Because if it hangs about here, it's going to get covered in ink. So that's our card base ready to use. Right, so I've got a layer of Night of Navy, a layer of white, and then a smaller layer of white. This, the smallest one, is the one we're stamping on, and I've already got a blotch on it, but that really doesn't matter. So the first thing, again, wherever have I put my brush? Where did I put that brush? Oh, help me. Here it is. There is no hope, is there? Okay, so just to make sure I don't get big, like a blotchy blob, come in from the side, because then it gives it a nice border anyway. Basically just get the white off here. We could have used, say, a wee colour of one of the pale blue cards we could have used to do this, but you know, I've usually got lots of scraps of basic white about you, so you could colour, cut some up, make your layers. I'm just coming into the side, just not such a big circle. I just want to make the side darker, and I can come in and do this after. Now you might think this is all a bit crazy because I'm going to stamp on here with Night of Navy. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my sentiment towards the top. So I've got sending love and peace this season. And you'll see, because Night of Navy is strong enough and it shows through, no bother. And then I'm using the largest, the largest tree stamp. Please try not to drop it. It's from the Peaceful Deer. Now you can see for building scenes, you've got quite a few little wee groups of trees, so you can build some great scenes with this. I'm stamping it off as well to give us some depth. I'll stamp over that as well in a wee while, but get a full strength one up here, then maybe off at that side, and then one about there, and just a little bit off. It just gives you depth through the forest if you can see your way through the forest. I just want to do another one over here just to take that mark, and it just, the more you stamp over, the darker they are, but you can still see separate trees as you go. So it's like a clearing. I'm making this up as I go along, but that's okay. And then I just thought, for fun, we could add some snow. Get on there. So we'll do full strength at each side of the sentiment. And then if we, so don't dip your finger in the ink though, stamp off and on. Stamp off and on, stamp off and on. So just give an eye, kind of, it's just giving a suggestion of snow, isn't it? But it's pretty. But I didn't want that to take over. It's dark at the top and it's getting lighter as it comes down. And then for complete and utter fun and teasing, I just want to add in some deer antler, just as a complete tease. Because you're looking in this picture and you go, oh, I can see a deer, I can see a deer, but you can't see all of it. You can, it's just approaching you. So that could be quite scary because you know he's coming out of the woods towards you. There's nothing in this world more wonderful than meeting a stag face to face when you're out walking. I just love it. But I thought just to give, because it's Christmas and you know we want to give this a bit of sparkle, except I don't have a good, here it is, my new one. These old ones don't have a lot in them. Well, that one maybe has. We'll see. What I thought I'd do is close your ink, because that will be messy. I don't even know where my layer, oh there. I'll cover them over with the stamp set. Right, so just it just gives a very subtle sparkle. There is some coming, but I think I'll use the nice new one as well. The Wink of Stella is your tool for Christmas, I would say. It's your must-have. I'm going to town. Oops, I'm not sure you... Oh, it's just perfect. Look, you'll see it's glistening. Right, so now we want to make our card up. Let's just pop the lids back on here. And let's get shot of this mucky paper. So that's another one that doesn't take too long, but it's nice just to take a bit of time to make your little scene. But you could make loads of these little scenes up. I mean, you can put your whole deer in. I just thought it was a bit of a tease to just put the antlers. Depends on your sense of humour. I'm sure you've all got a fun friend that would appreciate this one. So because I've completely covered that, giving it a nice white border really does set it off. And then we'll pop that. On the Night of Navy layer. Just makes it all a bit extra special. Now you can, whoops, that's a bit squint. That's better. And that, again, that's the reason for the wet glue, because you've got time. And again, you can pop that up on dimensionals. Just gives your card another little bit of interest. One in the middle. Take off the backs. Now, if you find that you're not good at lining up with dimensionals and you want this to be straight, what to do is just pop a little wee dot of wet glue on each of your dimensionals, and that way you will be able to move this about. A little bit, not as much, but just give you that wee bit minute to get it straight. So there you have another quick and easy card. It didn't take long at all. Once you've got all your bits out and you just get on with it, just chop everything up and then just put it all together. It doesn't take too long. So again, thanks for coming and joining me. Card 55. Please subscribe, please press the bell icon so you get to know when I'm coming on again, and please share this out with anyone you think might be interested in a wee fun Christmas card. Thank you so much. Bye bye.